5 o'clock on this Tuesday, September 11th, 2001, a day we'll never forget in New York's history, in this nation's history.
So much going on, of course. We have our reporters out on the field. Vince Dementri is joining us right now. He is live in Lower Manhattan with an update as to what's happening there at the moment. Vince?
I can tell you I've just been a place that I have been to that, frankly, no firefighters want to go to. Behind me, you see burning 7 World Trade Center. I didn't know it at the beginning, at the tape you're about to see. I didn't know it was the 7 World Trade Center, but I know it now coming back. A 4-block radius has been cordoned off because fire officials expect that building to collapse. I've been within 10 feet of that building within the last 15 minutes. I've been as close to where no one wants to be. Take a look. You first saw it and walked up to it. You heard it as you were racing to it, but to see it's another thing. What's the first thing that went through your head just after initially seeing it?
I just wanted to cry, to be honest with you. It's terrible.
We are in an abandoned skyscraper, and quite frankly, I don't even know where I'm at. I see a sign outside that just gives me a reference of Barclay Street. As you can see all around here, the windows have been blown completely out. And as we take a walk towards the front of the building here, you want to take a look outside. If you have never been to war, like I have never been to war, then this is what it looks like. We don't know what that building is. We don't know where this building is, but they're obviously on fire. Maybe there's a chance that they could collapse. I've been on this earth for 37 years. I've never been to a war, but I can only imagine that this is as close as I've ever come.
It's an unbelievable sight. I've never seen something like this. And I'm 20 years on this job. This is the worst I've ever seen it before. It's unbelievable, the devastation. We got burnt cars. We have the top of the World Trade Center toppled onto the street. We have we don't know how many people are missing right now. We don't have that number yet, but I'm sure that there is.
I've heard reports that there are just bodies littering the street.
Well, there's reports of people trapped inside the building, but we haven't gone. We can't go in yet until the fire's under control.
More debris falling from a nearby building, the World Trade Center. We're at West Broadway and Barclay. Very difficult to breathe here, but look around. This must have been ground zero where this thing blew up. Car after car after car, buses, completely obliterated and burned straight down to the steel. Behind me, that gaping hole, that's where one of the 2 towers stood. It's not there. And as you can see above me, the fire in this adjacent building just continues to rage. It's a surreal environment. It's almost impossible to describe, again, except to make a war correlation. Whoever said somebody declared war on us, it certainly looks like it, doesn't it?
Vince, can you hear us now?
The firefighter that you heard in that piece, his name is Lieutenant John Ginta. He talked about wanting to cry at the sight of what he saw. I can now identify with what he's talking about. He talked about bodies in the street. I didn't see any. He talked about people being trapped in that rubble. But as many of you well know, and frankly, I'm not sure who's on the anchor desk, but I have many friends in the law enforcement community. And I've talked to friends of theirs today. And I found out that many of my friends are in that building, 1 and 2 that have collapsed. And you try to distance yourself from this stuff, but when it hits home, it's a far different story. So my prayers right now go out to their families and the families of everyone who's been affected by this. I'll throw it back to you in the studio.
Vince, we join you in what you have just expressed, and we're also very sorry about the personal involvement that you have in that story. Can you stay with us for a moment, Vince?
Sure. Sure. Is this Ernie?
Yes,
Dana.
Ernie and Dana. You described what is very much the warlike atmosphere there, and seeing you with your mask on and walking through was just incredible, and that's compelling television, if you will, not to mention the magnitude of the loss here and the depth of the story. How did you get in there?
Well, we just, you know, again, you hate to make these war correlations, but my photographer and I, Terrence, you know, we just went from street to street, building to building, alley to alley, and we just weaved our way in. You know, when we got as far as we thought we could go, we talked it to each other, and of course safety was amongst our concern. And we just said, let's just keep going. Let's see how far we can get to this without endangering our own safety. And when you saw how close we got to what I now realize behind me, 7 World Trade on fire and expected to collapse, you know, what was really frightening is that when we were looking around, there was nobody there. It was us, and that was it. And I think at that point the realization was that we were really in a place where we really just needed to get as much video as we possibly could to show everybody just the total devastation and the destruction, and then just get out.
Well, it was dramatic to watch, and we also have some video right now that we're looking at. You interviewed one of the firefighters there. You were talking about the number of people that are missing. He said that they don't know. There are many trapped inside, but they can't go in, I heard him say, until that fire is under control. Do you have anything more on that as to when they might be able to get in there?
Ernie, all I can tell you is that everyone that is talking to me right now, fire officials, police officials, emergency officials, are telling me they'd love to go in there and do whatever they can to try to rescue anybody that might still be alive. But they can't. There are too many things on fire. There are too many buildings that they are concerned with collateral damage that could collapse at any minute. And imagine the catastrophe that would then take place, that if you sent in hundreds, maybe thousands of rescuers to be in that situation, to have 50, 60, 70 tall skyscrapers around them collapse on them. It's wrenching their hearts. This is what they get paid to do. But right now, nobody can go in. You just can't.
Vince, I know it wrenches your heart, too. You and I have worked together for several years here, and as I look at you standing out there, I think of you at TWA Flight 800 out in that boat in the water in that dark night after that plane crashed. And I know how moved you were by that and how moved you are by this. And we're not talking about comparing tragedies here, but we're talking about what we do for a living. And I know that it is hard as you do this work, and we commend you for what you do as you've told these stories.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Vince. And as we say to you, as to all of our reporters and all the people that are out there, be careful. And we certainly will talk to you in a short while. If you are just joining us at 8 minutes after the hour of 5, we have been on the air now talking about what we call the attack on America in Lower Manhattan, a deadly terrorist attack in New York City and Washington today. The targets, the World Trade Center, as you can see right there, no longer the World Trade Center as we have known it. Both of those towers have been wiped out. They have been leveled to the ground. And the drama all unfolded earlier this morning. 2 airplanes smacked right into the World Trade Center. And after that, it's all history. It continued. The 2 buildings then exploded. They were leveled. Right now, an enormous loss of life and personal tragedy. Some of the figures that we have, 600 people right now in the New York hospitals. 150 are in critical condition. Earlier, Mayor Giuliani held a news conference. He said that he had placed the death toll at 5 in New York. Perhaps over 1,000 or more are injured, and those numbers, according to the mayor, no doubt will rise, and they will change as we go on. A lot of people still unaccounted for. You just heard Vince Dementri's report. Fire officials are trying to go inside to find those people who are trapped and some of the victims, but they can't do that until the fire is brought under control. Officials do believe that there were approximately 10,000 people who occupied those Twin Towers today. That's bad enough. It could have been 50,000 perhaps, but we're told that it was about 10,000 people this morning when the attack occurred, including hundreds and hundreds of people on the ground, including police and firefighters. Very brave to be doing their job.
We should also go over again what airlines these were. The first plane that hit the World Trade Center building number 1 was American Airlines Flight 11 from Boston to Los Angeles, 81 passengers, 9 flight attendants, 2 pilots. 18 minutes later, American Airlines Flight 77, Washington to Los Angeles. That was Dulles to Los Angeles, 58 passengers, 4 flight attendants, 2 pilots crashing in number 2 World Trade.